Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa, where we have been summoned to the gym, probably to be given false information.
Probably.
I mean, we're talking to Hiro, how good can that... That's not a good start. Oh, hey Hiro. Makoto. Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out.
Huh?
You already talked with him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go.
What?
Hiro, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Or is he giving everyone different information? Ooh. Ooh, another scene to get content ID'd. Anytime I see a scene like that, I'm like, oh, there we go. Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope. Alright. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. I mean, obviously he's gonna try to throw us off, but Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized.
Everybody but us.
Yep, it sure is. You know what's weird?
Huh?
Junko's face
is hidden.
Is covered up. Interesting.
And her nails aren't being shown.
Ah, also true. Look at her tie. Look, the colors in Junko's tie.
Oh, interesting.
I never picked up on that before. Has it always been that color? I mean, we didn't see her for very long, I guess.
I don't remember.
Oh.
There's Mikura in the middle.
Yep. Hifumi with this camera. Oh man, alright. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mikuro Ikusaba? Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Wait, but he's not in there.
And everyone's not wearing matching uniforms.
No, not even close.
Celeste and Leon and...
I mean,
Girl.
a lot of them are, but yeah. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field.
Oh. His emotions have gotten...
I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo, okay.
Back to the morgue.
Back to the morgue, which I have a feeling we missed out on something. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Oh. I bet that's why Hero avoided us, because we're the only one not in that picture. So I bet everyone now thinks it's us.
We could have been taking the picture.
True. But it definitely makes us the most suspicious. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up.
All right, take us back to the biolab.
Yeah. That's the garden. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? I don't...
There's a... She was looking at a dead body.
It's open. Oh, but Toko, I don't actually care. Toko, are you okay? No, no, she's not dead, is she?
He saw blood.
Oh, crap. Ugh.
It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch cold.
If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
What? I was asleep. I must have fainted again. I thought you were just standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, then what? Hot and bothered, straight up horny?
Okay. So, why did you pass out?
I don't know. The last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do with Miss Morose?
Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch.
Bingo, bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory.
No, it's more like half. Okay.
But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat.
Go to the library. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
By himself?
I assume so.
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. Can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now.
Bye.
Crazy pants.
Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it.
The freaking body!
Like... The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here.
That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily.
Kyoko.
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it?
Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room.
Oh, yeah,
It
it's...
would seem
It's a morgue.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what it was in there, and well, there you have it.
You mean... Oh, you knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw... Oh, sorry.
That's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything got to be so difficult with her?
anyway.
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that.
Yeah, good idea.
Give me a hand with this.
Wait. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it.
Huh? How come?
Because Mikura's body is in here.
Mukiro's corpse? Mukiro's body is inside the fridge?
See.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial.
The mastermind did it. Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So
You may be right. Either way, now we can finally get a good look at the body.
Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail.
Okay, so what should I do?
So then.
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished.
Just wait over there? That's it? On the left side of the refrigerator. All right.
I think those are gonna be. Oh. So we've seen the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied.
So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Yukihiro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights. Thank you.
Alright, body.
Arrangement for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside.
Oh, jeez, you wimp.
I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something.
What is it?
It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier.
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer.
Huh? Why not?
Because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer.
That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. No, there's
plenty of explanations.
a ton of explanations. Oh, no.
Try looking at the desk again.
Yeah. Or look through the instruction manual, more importantly.
Try the tarp.
You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before, in the tool shed. It's the same as the one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember that tarp, it had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done.
Already? Geez, that was fast.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief.
So did you find anything?
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death.
Really?
The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings.
So that means neither of those wounds were the fatal, or neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were
is
old.
that right?
Where does it say they're old?
Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is they were inflicted at least several days ago.
I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simple old,
However,
but it doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder.
Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But what if Mika herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you?
One of many?
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work.
Ouch.
But being used that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
Okay.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time.
Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukiro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5'7", 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right?
You remembered all that?
They are indeed consistent with the corpse.
So then...
indeed,
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Oh.
indeed.
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikusaba.
And
But could Junko have had the same measurements as her?
Ooh, we have that bio on her. I wonder if there's anything in it.
Is that all you wanted to ask?
Yeah, I think so.
So then,
Then it looks like we have found no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here.
Oh, wait. Are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Dad, did you forget she was our enemy once? Part of the ultimate despair.
But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
You ever heard the phrase, you'll reap what you sow?
Well, yeah, but still.
Whew.
You really are naive, you know that. It's really quite appalling.
But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for something like that, what does it mean to be naive?
For a detective, like that's kind of a pissy answer.
So then,
I think we've done all we can here. Back to our separate investigations, yes?
Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now...
Hey, oh, it's you.
Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it.
Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So,
What do you mean?
Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you'll need a handbook to whoever the locker belongs to.
Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And
So did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers?
I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker?
Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
if that's true,
Could that mean that video is real too?
Video?
Makoto,
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined.
What are you talking about?
I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes.
Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
so
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about that, I shouldn't have any problem opening that locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that my locker,
Your locker?
Makoto,
if you watch this, it'll all make sense.
A DVD. And it says, Class 78, urgent interviews?
So,
I found it in the hidden room right after you left.
anyway,
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before.
None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In
Ramble?
other words,
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings.
You're talking about your dad, right?
I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life.
And all because of the mastermind.
however,
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that.
Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind.
It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. That's just no understanding it, I guess.
She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do before I consider my task complete.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst.
What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope.
Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know?
Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial.
Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose.
What's the second floor?
I think it's the first floor, because we were able to...
No, it's the dining hall. That's it right there, I bet you.
Yep. Yep, that's it. Did we get to see Sayaka's video? Was that the other one we saw? With all the dead pop stars?
Yeah.
This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity, and then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You accept that?
Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school?
Accept.
What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But I, the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes?
sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Alright, now I'm confused why we aren't in the picture.
Yeah.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. Well, what the heck just happened?
Oh.
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now. Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Cool. Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He asked them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right. It would seem... Hey.
A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or...
I keep wondering if we're in like some dystopia, like the outside world is like in shambles and we're like the hope for the future.
I have a feeling that's what they thought was what might happen, but I have a feeling that it got worse. Oh boy.
Do you have another clue or is it the end?
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
That's the end.
If the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Oh boy.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Man,
I'm
we
still on this case if that's not Mukuro's body.
Yes, I would agree. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. And this is also the end of this episode. Bet you didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't.
Well,
You're a little predictable.
yeah, I know. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. As always, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.